Hello guys, and welcome back to Ghost Trick, Phantom Detective. I'm your host Dameol, and we are in Timsic Park. We are about to get the missing piece of evidence, and, oh yeah, also I guess save Camilla. Timsic Park. It's our little lady Camilla's abduction tonight, and the place where reports people. Oh, whoops, I guess we're not getting Camilla, but I thought we were just called out here by Lynn, weren't we? Where Live Detective looks so dejected. At least she isn't dead. What'd you find? I'm assuming that's not a dead guy that's swinging. Well, what a convenient briefcase that wasn't there previously. Huh? What's he doing here? Yeah, what is the chicken kitchen guy? Are they an item? I still love his song so much. It just makes me happy every time he sings it. Oh crap. A little late. It's already ice cold. Just about killed him. I got this thing pretty fast. And put that much effort into it. Quite a bit of power and speed for a piece of playground equipment. Sometimes imagine all the poor kids get sent flying over the park. Wow, hello. Lynn, pay attention. Like, I don't really know what I'm doing exactly. So if I spin that around, I should be able to get... Can I go... Oh no, she's not on the other end of this. Damn. Lynn, you are awful. You clearly see stuff moving as I'm coming towards you, and you won't freaking move? Ah, rude. Oh, there you are, Susan. You could have stayed by the phone, you ditz. Man. From your deducted expression, I gather. You didn't find the box? Right, I can't find the music box anywhere. I found something else instead, something horrible. What is it? There, you better see it for yourself. The hell is that? It looks like a dead body. He only died when I saw it. Suppose now that we found it, I can't just leave it there, can we? Well, it's not Camilla, at least. There's a trowel. Have we seen him before? I don't recognize him, but I may have just been when I was like looking for images for the side that I came across him. Stop the park from being turned to a house inside. Protect the park, the rock of the gods. You there? You're talking to me, aren't you? I've got some leaflets for you. Leaflets I know you'll be interested in, man. I urge you to peruse it thoroughly, examine it in detail. Never mind that right now. Do you remember your name? My name? My name? What's my name matter when there's more important things to worry about, man? Come on, and some of these tracks with me, my brother. Come and learn the rock of the gods with me. The night is no longer young. As a matter of fact, daybreak is approaching. But we are young. Look, I don't have time to get involved with your way of life. But I am interested in your way of death. So let's go back to 4 minutes before you died. Didn't even break it to him that he was dead. Back at 8:25. So he's been dead for like 4 hours or something. And so I made up my mind. I resolved to live here in the park and defend it. Okay, and what's this got to do with the Rock of the Gods you mentioned? You still don't appear to understand. It's written quite clearly in the 4th leaflet in great detail. Excuse me, but I gotta use the restroom. Oh, I thought he was like crawling through a window, trying to get like out through the women's restroom, and there's a girl that like was in there. Was like, ah! I located the target, beauty. Girl of the right age, coming out of the right apartment building at the right time. Yeah, I'll go ever so gently nap and come back to your side. So if I can influence this as well... And good evening, young lady. Won't you come with me? Oh god, what do I do? What should I do? I gotta do something. That's way better than my own powers. Wow. What in the world? What just happened? It appears the other person with ghost powers is interfering on their behalf. Oh, that's Mino. Mino the mascot, the symbol of Timsic Park. Forget about the name, the big creepy lump concrete. Talk about the way it changed direction. Yeah, we witnessed with our own eyes. It's the power of the Rock of the Gods. That was the power of the gods. Power of the gods saved that little girl. Yeah, that same power very deliberately crushed you instead. Yeah, precisely. That's called the mischief of the gods. Wait a minute. There's some of the way more powers than me. That's what I'm going to say. But it sounds like their powers are very different than yours. It seems like the other ghost that's running around has the ability to alter things in the present, but they can't go back. Because whenever they seem to always be locked into the current moment. So I haven't run into any, like, fighting in history. So I can't do as much, but I can change the past. Although... There's another flame besides... I was going to say, but now that I'm back in an area where they were being active, it may be different. So that's the flame of a god, is it? But hold on. You're supposed to flame too, isn't it? Yeah, so... Are you a god? I sincerely doubt it, although I wouldn't mind too much. At the last minute, that big lump of concrete made a huge swing to one side. That's probably that flame is doing. It doesn't be a god or someone god-related. I was thinking the same thing. It sort of looks like the scene is set up. What the? Which prayers than ye? It's... you? Honestly, I was expecting it to be, Ray. Oh my, it's... Missile! You look well for being dead. Did you see? Did you see what I did? I tried really hard and I did it! I saved Miss Camilla! Are you telling me I was done in by a puppy dog? Missile, what is going on? How did you get powers of the dead? Oh, I'm glad you asked! After Miss Camilla went out and you left? Did you actually kill yourself doing that? I worked like crazy to make my own path, and I did it! And I followed Miss Camilla out to the big wide world. And then, here at this park, I found her at last. You guess I barked. You bet I did, and I went running after her, too. And, well, then I guess I died. And I was unconscious for a while. And when I came to, it was all over. Poor Camilla. Crushed under that big scary lump. I'm so sorry, little lady. Please, forgive me. I can't remember his voice. I had to rescue Miss Camilla. It was up to me. I cried out from my depths of my heart, and then... I can't tell how surprised I was, but you understand, right? Better probably than anyone else could. And I remember what you did for me, how you saved me. You went back 4 minutes before the little lady's death. You bet I did. So do I have to save Missile? Because if I save Missile, I can then also save Camilla, most likely. Now's my chance. I saw the core. Oh, it looks pretty far. I stretched out my paw towards the core. Oh, how I felt at that moment. I'd love for you to be able to feel it too. Go ahead and try it for yourself. I can't believe it. How could you connect over such a great distance? Well, they don't call me Missile for nothing. Then you manipulated that Mino thing through to the side. Yeah, right on top of my head. Well, no. I can't manipulate things like you can. I didn't know what to do, and then I happened to see something out of the corner of my eye. And it had a core too. I was gonna say, it seems like different powers. A single leaf hanging from a tree. I tried reaching out to the leaf. What in the world? I can't manipulate things, but apparently I can swap them. Two things have the same shape, that is. Weird. Is there going to be like an entire, like an entire adventure where you're using Missile and having to use this weird power? Go ahead, touch the swap button. That's incredible. So that's how you saved your mistress, is it? That's how I get caught up in this, is it? My powers are too meager. Meager? Because you see, I saw one more. I happened to notice one more core. There was something with the exact same shape stuck in the branch of a tree. Okay, but for some reason it's not going to work. But what is that? It's too big to be a leaf. So why didn't you swap a Missile? I couldn't! I can't stretch my paw a little further than you can, Sissel. But this was just too far. I couldn't reach. What? It's a fascinating spectacle of death, if I do say so myself. I kept trying over and over to see if there's anything I could do. I bet there's something you can do now. We work together, you and me. Sissel, you think so? I'm not letting anyone die in front of me tonight. Think you could help me? So I'm gonna drop that Mino thing in a different spot. Let's try it. Let's go back to the 4 minutes before. With our powers combined, we become Captain Death Prevention. Alright, let's get started. 4 minutes from now, you'll swap Mino with the leaf. You have to swap Mino with something else. Something with the same shape. Okay. Alright, Missile. Your powers are key this time. Okay, I'm ready! So anything that's the same shape. Call me if you need everything you want to try. Why is he coming over here? Here you come already. Source of not to repeat my mistakes. When someone's in trouble, you should lend a hand. Otherwise, you'll definitely regret it. If we could stop this man from running, maybe he wouldn't get squished? When we need to stop what the reckless youth takes over. Like, this has the same shape. But I can't swap it, apparently. Look at this funny flattened ball. Same shape as that horrible Mino. Too far to swap from here. Well, this is a leaf and that. These are the same shape. Why can't I swap them? Okay, I need you to connect these two. Because that's what I'm not really sure about. Come on, connect! Oh my god, it's too... Whatever. Yeah, time is passing. Good. Okay, sir, stop. Oh, that was close. If that hit the ball, it could have knocked it down. That, I don't know what your powers do, Missile. It's like these are the same shape, but it doesn't let me change them. I could possibly change those two. That's the only thing I can think of currently. I think I'll try that. wrong one. Yeah, I know. I may have to move Cecil first. I was curious what will happen when he gets over here and that's changed. Yeah, I know time's passing. I want it to pass. Before I go back, I just want to see what this actually did. Effectively nothing. Within my lightning fast pace, we should knock it off. So I think we don't have time to prepare. I think we're gonna have to find a way to stop him from running. You know, the seesaw, the swing, those things. God damn it. Did this so many times and never noticed that you could open it again, so I bet this will make all the difference. So I caught it. So now that I got it, what do I do with it? Do I just close it? It probably won't close, will it? Oh, it's in the way. Guess I don't have to close it. Wow, I saw it coming, I just couldn't figure out how to do it. I never thought the Emperor would catch the ball. You see that? The tree, it shook a little. If it only shook a little more, it would knock that terrible rugby doll down from this terrible tree. So I need this thing up there somehow. No, that's not where close enough to actually reach. So how do I get them? I don't know what else to do. I have to get the... Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Alright guys, I nearly got this last time. I am ready. So. This is like my 6th try or something. This is nuts. And the stupid thing is, like, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th try were all for really stupid reasons. Look, we already know. Oh, go away, sir. Actually, no, I don't. I don't want this there. I'm being dumb, guys. I'm sorry. I'm deep in concentration at the moment. Okay, so this should be correct until here. Well, I gotta wait for him to... because that gives me the leeway to get there. And then I can... I'm spinning. Open that. Then we switch those around because we're ready. Because this is what I missed last time. I need to be able to get to the heavier one. Because he will come over here. He will leap for joy. Roar! We just have to get down here and say... Excellent. There, we moved the ball. What do you think, Missile? Well, the ball there, I think I could do it. If there was what... Mina, one more time. Tell me what's nearest. Are you ready? Here we go. Let's get ready. Whoosh. Okay, watch me, Sizzle. Here I go. I love how they think they have to spell it out at this point. There, how's that? Your head has sort of been spared. It's still got a walloping from a ball. Truly, that was a try worthy of the gods. And now Minna's right where he belongs. And we did it again, didn't we? Yeah, we still have to save you. Now nobody has to die. Except for one brave little somebody. Huh? I'm talking about you, Missile. Oh, me? I guess you're right, I'm still dead, aren't I? So let's go back and save your life. Wait. Now I think about it, I think I want to stay dead a little longer. When I was alive, I couldn't even help Miss Camilla when she was in trouble. I want to be able to protect Miss Camilla. Yeah, but if we, like, get away from you for too long... And to do that, I need these powers I have now. Perfectly understandable. Even I wish I had powers like that. I want to be a god. Hey, we just saved you. Don't waste your life away like that. Oh, of course, you're right. Okay, miss, have it your way. By the way, Mr. Reckless Youth, there's a certain detective who needs that music box you found. Get back to present time. Could you give it to her? Certainly, you got my word. That took a while, but we solved it, and that's what matters. So Camilla ended up in the hands of the kidnappers. We weren't able to change that part. Then listen to my story without saying anything. I'm sorry, I wish there was something I could have done. No, you did the best you could. I'm sure she's alright after all. After all, she has me! Miss, are you in there? Miss Lynn, leave Miss Camilla to me! I know I don't look like much right now, but I'm sure I can help her. I love it that Lynn can understand, or like figures out it's missile based on a voice, a disembodied voice of a dog she's never talked to. Well, I'm gonna leave it up to Missile. I think Missile's being left up to the wind. I got something to give you. I love how, because he's like a hippie, he completely does not question the fact that ghosts talk to him. Stop the park from being turned into a house inside. Protect the park, the rock of the gods. Aren't you forgetting your promise? Oh, pardon me. My apology. This one's one for you. Wow. Well, not really. He took it and then he got smashed by a rock, so he kind of did a terrible job keeping it safe. No, I was only doing it with the rock of the gods. Would have wanted. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? He's mesmerized by my beauty. Hey, cat's not allowed to get your tongue. Excuse me, but no, it couldn't be. Aren't you? Is that little girl from that time? I'll never forget. It was 10 years ago in the park. Are you talking about? Damn, everyone's involved. Here in the park, the gods surely control fate. Today, 10 years from that day, we meet again. That isn't the power of the gods, then what else is it? Apparently you know our lady detective here. Could you tell us about it? What happened 10 years ago? Yeah, of course! It was actually just about to do that. Well, I'm assuming it's that Momo thing. What's this rock of the gods you keep mentioning? Don't you know? He's right there in front of us. Missile? I thought we were going to find out about the Rock of the Gods. Wait, you said gods. Do you mean dogs? Of course not. Don't be silly. There's no time for ridiculous words games. You're standing just above the Rock of the Gods now. Take a good look at that monument. Rock of the Gods, Timsick Park. The Rock of the Gods? The rock's buried in the ground right there. It's been there these 10 years. Just that day it flew down from the heavens and showed us a miracle. So this rock you've been talking about is a meteorite? Precisely! It dropped from the sky on that day 10 years ago. Surely you know all about it. So this is the day that Lin was saying, Detective Zhao shot the guy that was trying to abduct Lin, kill Lin? I forget what he was trying to do to Lin. That day, I just happened to be passing through the park. I had no idea that day would change my destiny. The sun was going down, and through the gloom, I heard the scream of a little girl. Now just calm down. Drop that weapon. Stay back. If you come any closer, I'll shoot her. peeked out fearfully from the bushes and saw some shadowy figures. I could see the face of the criminal clearly. I knew I should do something to help, but I couldn't move. The was so thick it was painful. And just when I couldn't stand it any longer, that's when it happened. The sudden sky suddenly burned bluish white. When it crashed to the ground, the air gave off a shower of beautiful fragments. And then I saw it. One of those fragments piercing the criminal's back. Just what the gods was brought down to the park that day. So Zhao didn't actually kill the person that he was been worried about forever. The little girl that was you was saved by the rock of the gods. I can't believe it. Rock of the Gods was given the name Timsik. Which is Kismet spelled backwards. And Kismet is like the idea of the weak overcoming the strong, I believe. And still today, it lies sleeping deep in the park's earth. I never knew about this Timsik. I thought Detective Zhao was the one that saved me. You were young then. You passed out from the shock of being taken hostage. Of course you wouldn't remember. But that's funny. You just like that should have caused quite a stir. Strange you never heard of it. Remember, I didn't want to think about what happened. I avoided the news and I never came back to the park again. That's why I didn't know anything about it. Meteorite was named after Timsik, the name of the park it fell in. And the Rock of the Gods was forgotten. Now, an awful lot of awful things happening. Talking about turning the park into a housing site. I forget the miracle I witnessed that day. So I've taken up residence in the park, trying to appeal to the people. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods. That is my mission. Hey, don't move him too far. I have to be able to save him later. So 10 years ago, the little girl that was Lynn wasn't aware of the meteorite. I get that, but Detective Zhao, on the other hand, so wait, he didn't know about this Timsik thing. And if he knew, what was that confession of his all about? That's what that was the first thing I went to. Why is he so guilty? What's the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago? And that whole Rock of the God incident almost seems like a ghost trick as well. Changed the lives of many people, like ripples on a pond when a pebble's dropped in. Every answer I get, I learn about a new mystery. Will I be able to break the chains of mysteries before dawn? Anyway, now that we have the evidence we need, it's time to meet up again in the minister's office. Besides, there's a few things I want to ask Detective Zhao. We found the music box, Detective Zhao. Good job, Lynn. I know you would. Once everything's been resolved, I'd wanted to give this to him. I don't suppose he'll ever forgive me. Detective Zhao? Now then, let's get this thing open. There's a certain knack to doing it, you know. See? He calls that I was gonna say, that's not really knackful. It's like, what's strength to me? Here you are. You should find scorch marks on the grip. When Camilla built her contraption, she used a special kind of string. It's the kind of magicians use. It burns in an instant and disappears. Why would Camilla use something like that? I don't know. Maybe because she's a detective's daughter. Not leaving the evidence behind and all that. In the case report, there was mention of some scorch marks. When it happened, Camilla was watching from her hiding place, saw the flame run to the gun, and she naturally didn't include it in her design. Took the gun out of the frame and replaced it with a picture. If you remove the picture, you should find scorch marks behind the frame as well. Those marks should match up with the ones on the gun. In other words, proves the contraption existed there in the room that day. And it didn't work the way your little girl intended, is that right? Exactly, some coward culprit modified the design. But that ankle was never brought up in court. And so, as Justice Minister, I must call off the execution at this point. It wasn't Detective... We can finally prove that. Thank goodness. Yeah, but, I mean, that is not really new information. I want to know why you confess to something you know is false. Those eyes of yours. I see the eyes of that girl from 10 years ago. Come on, get into his head. What's the matter? I just don't know. What should I have done 5 years ago? Back then, no one had any way of knowing the true nature of the manipulator. It wasn't anyone's fault that we didn't know the truth. His voice was sounding too close to Cecil's. Do you really think so? Of course. What's important right now is saying what to do next, am I right? She's right. She's right, Mr. Minister. Yes, of course. I do believe she is. What is it now? I just don't know. What should I do next? Oh yeah, I can get to Len. Cecil, if you hadn't come to my cell tonight, I'd be gone by now without ever knowing any of this. This is what I deserve. That's what I told myself these past 5 years. But things are different now. Thanks to you, my eyes have finally been opened. Tonight, I've come into contact with a lot of people's lives. I got involved in their fates. The only reason I was doing it was to gain my own lost memory. But things are different now. We're connected to each other somehow. I just know it. That's why I need to ask you a few more questions in order to reach out for the truth. What is this about Timsic? Detective Zhao, you must have heard this name before. Timsic. Meteorite that fell in the park 10 years ago. You were there. Huh. So you found out about that, did you? I hear the meteorite saved Lynn's life. I couldn't do anything to help Lynn that day. But in that case, I don't get it. If it's true, doesn't mean you didn't steal someone's life? You told me that 10 years ago, the person who killed the perpetrator in the park was you. Well, I wasn't lying. I stole that man's life away, no question about it. It was entirely my fault. I was just about to shoot him. I would have shot him in the next instant if the meteorite hadn't come. At that point, I was all... Oh, please, come on. That's not true. You were trying to say... Yeah, even if you shot him, you'd be innocent, and now you're especially innocent. Lynn, I'm sorry, but I don't think that's really it. I like this music, too. That contraption was a birthday surprise for Camilla's mother, wasn't it? That's right. Someone's been bothering me about it. I feel like I know that device from somewhere. No surprise there. You lost your life once tonight because of that machine. Right, I knew it! See? I'm afraid not. I told him about seeing the exact same contraption in a completely different place. Well, that's very strange indeed. Junkyard on the edge of town, I never even heard of that place. What's more, I've never told a single soul about that contraption. That old pigeon guy. Who in the world is he? And what's his connection to Ray, if any? Because I can't help but notice that he takes a residence right next to Ray. Cecil told me all about it, Detective Zhao. About the manipulator. Yeah, it was like this manipulator number one administrator, too. Please don't pick on the man. If he dies again, I'm the one who has to save him. Cecil, do you think? Do you think that's what happened to me, too? There was always a part of me that just couldn't believe it. There was an image of the one who shot me, but now I see the possibility of a new explanation. But who is, and why did they do it? Well, it seems pretty clear that they did it because I had something that would let the mobsters have ultimate victory tonight. And I feel like that may be because the mobsters were aware that I would develop ghost tricks. And ghost tricks that actually allow me to affect the past, which apparently they don't currently have. On that day, 10 years ago, a different incident happened in another place. Yeah, police headquarters, interrogation room. The worst sort... I don't know, because this would always also go in the past. What sort of incident? Suspect who was being questioned escaped. I didn't know about that. Yeah, I happened to be there in detective division, so I joined the case. Fortunately, or I guess unfortunately, they will track him down alone in the park. Fired a warning shot. I wanted to catch him bad. It was that warning shot that made him panic. At the time, I was a young green detective, brandishing my sense of justice like a sword. So who is this guy? Because they keep not revealing his face. My first thought is Detective Cabanela, but that doesn't seem to fit. And Zhao sure... Well, actually, it's someone that died, so of course it can't be Detective Cabanela, but it's always obviously... I wonder if that's the manipulator. If somehow he's not losing his powers at dawn. Because he definitely seems to be wanting to get back at Jowd. And want to make sure Jowd died tonight. I made him panic, got you involved. That was my fault. Detective Jowd. All I could see was my target. I couldn't even see you. I'm so sorry, Lynn. So, the man who grabbed me died that day. His last 10 years. I've never forgotten his face. And then a few years after that, my wife Alma died in such a mysterious way. I thought it was fate. My punishment for what I'd done. Never forgot his face. Does that mean that he looked exactly like me? I had pictures of my cell. Nothing but portraits of people's faces. All the faces of the many people I've met in my life that I didn't want to forget. And tonight, I finished the last portrait. The final face I wanted to remember. Because yeah, he painted me tonight. The final face. Face of the man in the park that day. So yeah, but I very clearly was killed tonight. Wait a minute. That can't be. I saw that painting. I saw the face you painted tonight. It was my face. You telling me that I was the man in the park? That's right. Face of yours, the face I saw 10 years ago. Face of the man whose life I stole. The man who was pronounced dead at the scene. So this is awkward. I'm now in the room with two people that killed me. But hold on. I met Cecil for the first time tonight. And he died right in front of me. By the way, the man I know for the name I know of the man in the park that day isn't Cecil. The first time I laid eyes on you tonight, I've been wondering, who in the world is this guy? Mr. Minister! Inspector Kelvin, where are you? Just be quiet and listen. Aha! This is our demand. Our demand hasn't changed. The execution's gotta be tonight. Once we confirm it's been carried out, we'll release the hostage. What are you talking about? Inspector Cabanela? You know it wasn't my daughter who was abducted. Does it really matter who the hostage is? Life's a life. Even if it is the daughter of a death row prisoner. Once a criminal gets the punishment he deserves, hostages will go free. Carry out the execution immediately, and wait for our call. I needed to trace that. What is it? You look paler than ever. What's in the world? What's going on? Inspector Cabanela? Rock of the gods that fell in the sky 10 years ago, which was the fate of many people and started a chain of tragic events. Even now, the chain continues to grow ever longer. Inspector Cabanela's call proved that to us. greatest mystery has risen to the surface. Who was this me I've been chasing all night? Who am I? I'm even further from knowing than when I started. I don't know. You're left with the obvious contradiction that I can't die twice. So I was directly struck with the meteor. I wonder if that has anything to do with the fact I have ghost tricks. Because it's possible, Missile was landed right next to the meteor when Missile died. Which is why it may be why Missile has ghost tricks. Possibly, I knew this, and the thing I was going to tell the gangsters was parts of the meteor, because the gangsters may not know what causes the ghost tricks to manifest. That could even be, if that was the case, and I was actually able to prevent my own death. You usually can't do that, though. You're not allowed to prevent your own death. Huh. Someone obviously prevented. They just go into multiple fragments, so maybe someone else prevented my death back then and I found out about the meteor? I do not know. But I am going to go ahead and end this episode. Thank you very much for tuning in, everybody.